Thank you. I've got a very grand title. My name is Paul Brooks and it says Director of Patient Experience, and the odd bit is Facilities Management. Yes, I've been in NHS for a long time and my first title was Apprentice Plumber. But I'm joined today by some amazing people because I work with amazing people. I choose to work with amazing people because they do great things, and they do great things just because they care about other people. That's what we like to look like formally. When the chief exec's around or somebody's visiting the trust, we'll try and put the out to professional. This is what we are and this is what we look like. Unfortunately, it's not always like that.
We've done something a bit unconventional today. I wrote most of the slides, so if it falls on its arse, it's my fault, not the team. But we didn't want to just stand up here and say all the stuff we've done, because obviously we did put that in the application. We have done stuff for us to win in the first place. But first of all, we just wanted to tell you a bit more about us as individuals, not just our job titles, but who we actually are, so you can get to know us as a team. So first of all, as Paul's already said, he's been around in Derby for a very long time. Today.
What a great birthday present.
Yeah, he's 51 today, it's his birthday today. So
Happy birthday.
Oh no, please don't.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Paul. Happy birthday to you.
That was the party last year.
that was his 50th last year, so we thought we'd embarrass him with that on the screen. So he's Derby born and bred, so naturally he's a Derby County fan for his sins.
Royal Abbas.
He's a devoted husband to Alison and their lovely Cavalier Spaniel Bertie, who's adorable. And he's often known as Mr. Derby Hospitals because, as he said, he was a plumber when he was 16. So he's lived and breathed what we are, and he's a big part of what we do. And he's known for just getting things done. He says he employs the right people, he trusts us to get on with things, but actually he's a doer as well, so he helps us get things done. I'm totally embarrassing. I'll let Paul do the next one.
Okay. So that's the next one.
Stand up, Debbie.
Yes.
I'd like to introduce you to Debbie. Age 60 years young.
Yeah.
The mother hen of the team, as well as the mother of three and grandmother of three. She really does keep us laughing. She's always got a funny story. When you've done the jobs that Debbie's done across the trust and worked in so many departments, and the last one before she came and joined me was in patient complaints, she's got so many funny stories. But do you know what they are? They're little pieces of gold of life and the things that we need to know when we're trying to care for other people. She's worked with NHS 27 years and she's still here and she loves it. I'm going to do the next one, just so I can get my own back.
Yeah.
Sarah Todd, age 32 years young. Mother of two little monsters, and they are. Nicknamed Miss Numbers, for her love of stats and figures. Now, what's slightly changed since we put this slide together is I'd now like to introduce you to Dr. Sarah Todd. Yeah, she's that good at numbers. And what's your doctorate in?
I'm not a doctor. I'm not a proper doctor. I have a PhD. You can't call yourself a doctor in a hospital unless you're a medic.
And what was it in?
Business management, that's it. And my thesis is all about patient and public involvement, so I've written a book about what we do.
That's how I met her. She came to our hospital to have a chat with us and see what we were doing. I thought, I like you. You could stay if I could really keep hold of you. Worked for the NHS for 4 years, so it brings a completely different view of what we do with that outside look. A service user. Known for analytical mind, I can't tell you. The reports are amazing. Do you know how fast they are? Like that.
Yeah.
Do you want me to do, Judith?
No, go on then. Yeah.
Come on, Judith, stand up. Judith Moore, age 53, I know you can't believe it. Mother of Ashton, fantastic lad. Came and did some volunteering with us last year, worked in the team. Fan of 90s Britpop band Paul. We've all got our skeletons. Exceptional teammate, I've got to tell you this. But then just gives our chocolates away. So anybody's walking past the office, just gives them away. This one was known for organising events and community network and running up and down mountains, and I mean mountains. This lady ran there's a race, a walking race normally across Derbyshire called the Four Inns. This lady ran it just for fun in 9 hours. I'm in her all every day.
Pam. So this is Pam with her beautiful daughter Simran. She's aged 29. She's again a little monster, Simran, but adorable, and she's soon to have another one. She's our little Brummie, so she's coming home today, and she brightens everyone's day. She's got a beautiful smile. She makes us all laugh, and she's extremely helpful, and she's really speedy. She gets us all organised. You don't even have to ask her to do things. She just gets on with things. So that's as a team, really. As a team.
But if you think that's the patient experience team at Derby Finish, then it's definitely not. Because what's in Derby and what we've managed to achieve, I think, by being able to reach into every part of the network, we're really fortunate to have our Air Arts team with us as well today. And they just join in and they make everything happen. But the people that really make everything happen are these people. Do I have to press? I'm really sorry, I'm going to cut it short because it goes on. Yeah. But what I'm trying to say is that everybody in our trust, we make them know that they're connected to the patient. And that, I think, if there's anything that we do well, it's that connection from a finance office right through to our switchboard to the guys that look after the car parks. Everybody knows they're doing it for the patient and what connects them. And I think, if anything, that's been our success in our trust as a team.
Okay, so I'll just very quickly run through some of the big things that we've achieved. We're a very young team. We've only actually existed for just over 4 years, but this is just to give you a run through of some of the big things that we've achieved. The biggest achievement, most recent thing, is we've now recruited over 230 champions across the trust. So some of them were in that film that you just saw, and it's been absolutely any kind of role it's been opened up to. And the fact we've had so many in less than a year come forward was so flattering to us. It kind of, the fact that they want to be part of our team is so flattering, and I think it's because, as Paul said, patient experience, we make connections with our staff, we make everyone feel it's part of their role. And these are just some of the different roles. So as you can see, it's a good spread of all different specialties, all different professions. In 2013, we launched our Making Amendment Matter pledges. So this is taken from a big consultation we did. We consulted nearly 3,000 people in Derby and Derbyshire, our staff, governors, patients, carers, and asked them what are the key things for them, what do they expect when they come into hospital. And we came up with these 5 pledges. So this has been our commitment for the last few years. And that's what they look like on some of the walls. We held our first ever Patient Experience Week last April. We had something called the Best Patient Experience Board, which I'll show you in a moment. We introduced a £1,000 prize for the best improvement idea. We had all the runners-up receive survival kits, so teas, coffees, all the stuff that gets them through the day. And we launched Colour Me, Read Me books, and it's great that Air Arts are here today because they produced the books and we distributed them out onto the wards with some special crayons. So this is an example of one of the boards. So all the departments and wards were invited to produce a board that could put anything they wanted on it to show what patient experience means to them, and the winners got prizes for that. In 2016, we won NHS England's Best FFT Accessibility Initiative for making the FFT accessible, different languages, easy to read, different modes, child-friendly versions. We've recently launched a Go For It fund, which is similar to what Virgin Care were talking about, inviting staff to come and present their ideas, and we fund the best ones, although we'd love to fund pretty much everything that comes to us. So those are the first 2 winners. And what's the secret to our success? There isn't really a secret. We just care about what we do, and we also look after each other. So a very simple thing, we make space and time to actually talk to each other. So every week as a team, we talk about everything and not necessarily just work, so that we're supporting each other so we can keep doing a good job.
I think
That's it, really.
the secret to being it is supporting each other, because our audit is going out there sometimes and pushing patient experience into people when we're in winter pressures, when we've got cost improvement programmes, when you've just got no time. And you have to be resilient. You have to keep going back, and you have to keep saying, but have you thought about the patient? Have you asked the patient what they think? Did you ask that old lady what it was like? Have you done that? And that's the key, just keeping going. And that's the thing, is the only way to keep you going really is your team to keep you going too. So when you come back from a ward and say, do you know, the sister hasn't even got time for me, he says, it's all right, I'll make you a cup of tea, we'll go together tomorrow. So if I say anything to you as a patient experience team, don't give up, keep fighting, keep trying, because the thing that we're doing is trying to make it better for everybody.
Cool.